Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. There's been a ton of criticism surrounding the new documentary series on Netflix called WWE Unreal. I have been critical of this, and many people have been critical of this, but some people have really loved it. I think your old school type wrestling fan has been very critical. Your old school type wrestler has been very critical of this show. But everyone in the new age, new school, in this idea that everything should be shared behind the scenes are really cool, are really into this. I'm sure even Triple H, when trying to create this documentary, got a lot of pushback from writers, from WWE employees, from wrestlers themselves about if they should really be doing this, if they should be really pulling back the curtain all the way. Like it's a magician showing you how he does his tricks. That's what WWE is. It's magic. And to give everyone the keys to how the sausage was made, give everyone the keys to tell you how the magic happens, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing for the future of professional wrestling, but there are people in both sides of the critical side and the praising side. I have done a little bit of both. I have been critical of the show. I think it's overall not very good for the sort of mystique and magic of professional wrestling, but on the same side, or in the same token, on a different side, I think it's really good for like a casual fan or casual Netflix watcher who stumbles upon this show and then now understands what WWE actually is, how complicated it is, how much goes into a show and in a match. It's not just like a quote unquote fake fight. It's like there's so much that has to happen for this match and show to be produced every single week. And I think the casual fan or the casual Netflix watcher will really enjoy that and then respect the art even more. But here's what Triple H had to say about the criticism that he surrounding WWE Unreal, right? He addresses the criticism surrounding the behind the scenes series WWE Unreal. And this is what Triple H had to say. We looked at every aspect of it and the positives and the negatives. You can't be afraid to do something in life. You can't be afraid that, well, somebody might criticize us. If we were afraid that people might criticize what we do, we wouldn't be putting on a show every week. It's part of what makes us wonderful in what we do. You can't look at behind the scenes. You can look at behind the scenes no different than a sport. I think it just increases the respect level for what we do. Now, that is what Triple H had to say about the criticism that he has received or that the docuseries WWE Unreal has received. Now, I don't think he's wrong. It's like, yes, you can't not do things because you might get criticism. Then you literally wouldn't do anything in life, right? No matter what you do, you're going to get criticized and you're going to get judged. So you might as well do the thing that fires you up the most in life and really fucking go for it and have no regrets about it. Of course, Triple H is right in that regard. That's why most of us, become professional wrestlers, right? We're part of this sort of niche audience of people who really love professional wrestling, and then we never grew out of it, and then we became professional wrestlers. At least that's what it was for me. And I still obviously love professional wrestling to this day as I talk about it on this channel every single day. It's amazing. And so being able to, a regular viewer, to be able to see what happens, what decision someone has to make. Are they going to go with this person or that person? Is CM Punk going to win? Is Jey Uso going to win? Should John Cena win the Royal Rumble? When should John Cena win the title? How does this story impact the eyes of the viewers? How does this story impact the long-term trajectory of this superstar? How can we make this guy a star or this guy a star? Does this guy have the juice? Does that guy not have the juice? What writers' rooms are doing this? Is this story interesting? Is this story not interesting? Like so many different moving pieces, just like you would to create a movie, but a movie is only 2 hours and it comes out once. A professional wrestling show, Monday Night Raw, is live every single Monday. They have to have new material, new stuff, and it has to be exciting because every fan watches that show like a brand new show every week, right? Yes, they understand some of the storylines track into the new show, but it's a brand new show every week. And WWE thinks, okay, if a brand new person watches this Monday Night Raw, how can we attract them and keep them as a fan? Because they tell us when you're a professional wrestler that every time you walk out of the curtain, you should assume that no one knows who you are. So how can you tell them who you are with your mannerisms, your eyes, your body language, the way you move? What does that tell the person watching, and how can they connect with you through those things? And it's the same thing that WWE is trying to do every week on Monday Night Raw. They're trying to connect with the fans, especially the new ones that tune in, and they think this show, WWE Unreal, will give them sort of an extra leg up on that. It'll connect fans deeper to what's happening backstage so people can understand what it's like to create and produce a WWE show, what it's like to make all these decisions about WrestleMania and SummerSlam and all these sorts of things. So Triple H is right in that regard, and he has seen every other sport do a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff to connect with the athletes more. But WWE is not like the other sports. WWE is sports entertainment. Yeah, the other sports are sports entertainment as well. All sports are entertainment. But there's a more real aspect to those other sports than there is WWE, right? It's a predetermined, theatrical, violent, make-believe fight. And we're trying to make you believe it. And so if we tell you everything, how everything is made, then you're less likely potentially to believe that what's happening is real, and suspend your disbelief and be in the moment for the hours that you're watching professional wrestling. That's my only fear. But Triple H is right in that regard that, yes, if we want to get behind the scenes, if we want people to understand things more about our business and about our wrestlers, let's go behind the scenes. I think CM Punk might have said this, but it kills the business more that you have these relationships on TV and everyone knows that they're married to a different person in real life. I think that's more harmful than this show might be, because that's sort of telling the fans that it's definitely 100% not real. These people are together on screen, but when you see them on social, they're with a different husband and a different girlfriend. I think that they could do a better job with that, thinking about those sort of detrimental effects to the business and trying to keep more kayfabe when it comes to that. But that's just the initial criticism surrounding this WWE Unreal docuseries. Again, as you've heard, I have some mixed feelings and mixed emotions about it, but I think it could potentially be good to garner more casual, non-wrestling fans into the wrestling world, because you can see the dynamics of it, you can see the behind the scenes of it, and that'll draw them into maybe wanting to watch an episode of Monday Night Raw or going to an independent professional wrestling show or whatever the case may be. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Let me know what your thoughts, opinions are in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.